Hey there, history lovers. Grab a seat. This one's going to be good. Let me tell you about Cleopatra. Not just a queen, but the queen. You've probably heard her name tossed around in movies, books, and even memes. But trust me, the real story of Cleopatra is far more fascinating than anything Hollywood could dream up. So let's dive into the life of this incredible woman who didn't just wear a crown, she defined what it meant to rule. First things first, Cleopatra wasn't Egyptian. Shocking, right? She was actually part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, descendants of none other than Alexander the Great's general, Ptolemy I Soter. Her family hailed from Macedonia, Greece, so technically she was Greco-Macedonian by blood. But here's the kicker. Cleopatra stood out because she embraced Egypt completely. She learned the language, adopted its customs, and genuinely connected with her people. That's Leadership 101 right there. Oh, and did I mention she was insanely smart? We're talking multilingual genius-level intellect. Cleopatra spoke at least 9 languages fluently. 9. Imagine being able to charm diplomats in their native tongue while looking fabulous doing it. This woman was basically the Beyoncé of the ancient world. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the Roman generals. Yes, Cleopatra's relationships with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony are legendary, but they weren't just love stories. These alliances were strategic masterstrokes designed to keep Egypt independent amid Rome's growing dominance. Let's start with Julius Caesar. When Cleopatra met him, she was locked in a power struggle with her brother and husband. Yes, you read that right. Royal families back then were complicated. To make sure Caesar took her side, legend has it she smuggled herself into his quarters, rolled up in a carpet. Bold move, right? Some say it was a sack or betting, but either way, it worked. Their partnership produced a son, Ptolemy XV, nicknamed Caesarion, which literally means Little Caesar. Talk about leaving your mark on history. Then came Mark Antony. If Cleopatra and Caesar's relationship was about securing her throne, her bond with Antony was about survival, and maybe a little romance too. Together, they formed an alliance against Octavian, later known as Augustus, Caesar's heir and Antony's rival. Unfortunately, their plans unraveled spectacularly at the Battle of Actium. Tragedy struck when both Cleopatra and Antony took their own lives rather than face capture by Octavian. Legends say Cleopatra died from the bite of an asp, a venomous snake, but no one knows for sure. Either way, her death marked the end of an era and the beginning of Roman control over Egypt. Here's the thing about Cleopatra. She wasn't just a seductress or a tragic figure. She was a brilliant politician, a savvy negotiator, and a fearless leader who ruled during one of history's most turbulent periods. She managed to hold her ground against 2 of Rome's most powerful men while keeping her kingdom intact, for a while, at least. Her legacy lives on because she defied expectations. In a male-dominated world, she wielded power like few others could. And yes, her personal life was dramatic, but it was also deeply intertwined with geopolitics. Every choice she made had consequences, not just for herself, but for entire civilizations. Of course, Cleopatra's story has been romanticized over the centuries. Thanks to Shakespeare, Elizabeth Taylor, and countless others, we often picture her as a glamorous femme fatale. But the truth is, Cleopatra's strength lay not in her beauty, which, by the way, historical accounts suggest may have been exaggerated, but in her intelligence, charisma, and determination. She understood the importance of image and propaganda. Coins minted during her reign show her with a strong profile and regal bearing, emphasizing her authority. She knew how to play the game, and she played it well. So, why does Cleopatra still matter today? because she reminds us that women can lead nations, shape destinies, and leave lasting legacies. She navigated a treacherous political landscape with courage and wit, and even though her story ended in tragedy, her impact endures. What do you think? Do you see Cleopatra as a hero, a victim of circumstance, or something else entirely? One thing's for sure. Her story will continue to inspire and intrigue us for generations to come. Ready to chat more about queens, rulers, and epic tales from history? Hit me up. I'm always here for it.